But as we come out to Loakes Park, perched on the other side of the hill, we find the ground crammed with an all-ticket crowd of 12,000 for this third-round tie between Wycombe Wanderers of the Rothmans Isthmian League and First Division Middlesbrough. And here come Wycombe Wanderers. And their first duty is to go to the centre of the pitch that's got an 11-foot slope from one touchline to the other, remember, and wave greetings to the club chairman, Jack Smethurst, who's in hospital right by the ground. So they pay their tribute, and there's the chairman waving back with the handkerchief. Now the two teams, and what a contrast there is. Wycombe with their furniture workers, their car workers, estate agents, school teachers, and three of them had to work this very morning. Middlesbrough make one change. Bobby Murdoch is out through suspension, and Peter Bryan wears the number 7 shirt. So who do we look out for? Well, two of the Wycombe side were in the Hendon team that got a draw in the Cup at Newcastle last year. One of them is young Gary Hand, the fullback. Another is the Wycombe Wanderers skipper and the number 5, Alan Phillips. And there's a man out there who's a legend in Wycombe, and his name is Tony Horseman, so often the club's top scorer. One Middlesbrough player has been out on that sloping pitch before, and it's Graham Souness, who was there with the Spurs youth side. Here's Stuart Bohm, the Middlesbrough skipper, waiting for the toss-up with the Wycombe skipper, Alan Phillips. The referee of this cup tie, incidentally, is Mr. Porter from Bolton. And so now we get the toss-up, and that, in fact, was the first thing in the afternoon. There was one, in fact, by Wycombe Wanderers, and they decided that the team should change ends. So after that friendly handshake, all is now ready. 12,000 inside the ground, and those who didn't get a ticket wait on the hillside outside.
And now the noise really begins to swell around on the hills of Buckinghamshire as Middlesbrough kick off. And straight back to their goalkeeper, Jim Platt. They're attacking the goal on the right in the all-red strip with the one white band. Wycombe Wanderers in light blue shirts, dark blue shorts and light blue socks. Armstrong for Middlesbrough. Spraggan, hitting it straight at Birdseye again, and the pass wouldn't quite go through to Searle. Foggan with a header. Played out now to Hand. Not a very good clearance. But it'll come nonetheless to Keith Searle. Searle again, nice bit of play there by Holyfield. Searle forward and Horseman couldn't keep it in. And another throw to Middlesbrough. John Craggs with the throw. David Mills turning it inside again. Madron there for Middlesbrough. And now Armstrong, but he's only given it to Perrin, and Perrin has gone past Spraggan. Horseman waiting in the centre. If he can only get it across, so too is Searle, and here's Reardon. But on that occasion the slope seemed to beat him. Birdseye following in well, and getting in a shot that's just straight past the post. From Paul Birdseye, the full-back who linked up well with that promising Wycombe attack. Now Foggan. Well, he's gone past Phillips. Still with Foggan, a long raking shot, and Maskell had to go down well to get that one. It's the sort of thing that Middlesbrough have got to try to get this breakthrough. Good long raking shot by Foggan. Phillips underneath this one for Wycombe Wanderers. Feels for offside, but he's all right. It's Horseman now with a shot. This time he is offside. He hits the post, but he's offside. But a little indication there of the confidence in this Wycombe Wanderers play. Clearly he was offside, no doubt at all about it. Mills is up. Bryan has made a quick burst for him as well. And Phillips miscuing. It'll come for Bryan. He hit it hard first time. He did the right thing there, Peter Bryan. And trying to get his shot in quickly, but he was just a little too anxious and just a little too hasty. No doubt about it at the moment, Wycombe Wanderers are having more of the game, but as yet just cannot make that vital breakthrough or that vital chance. And Jackie Charlton smoking a number of cigarettes during the course of a game, and he's got a fair bit on his mind at the moment. So against Bohm as the whistle goes for half-time. A good first half for Wycombe Wanderers. They've done all that could be asked of them as the referee blows that whistle. They've hustled Middlesbrough for all their worth. They've worked and they've shown the First Division side that they're really in the middle of a battle. And the managers will be going off now. There's Brian Lee going in. And Jackie Charlton as well. But as the teams go in at half-time here at Loakes Park, the half-time score in this third-round FA Cup tie is Wycombe Wanderers 0, Middlesbrough 0, and we'll be right back with the second half. Welcome back to Loakes Park in High Wycombe in Buckinghamshire. Wycombe Wanderers now attacking the goal to our right. 0-0 in this third-round FA Cup tie. Throw straight away to Wycombe. People who know say that Wycombe have looked the better side in the first half because they've been playing more on top of the slope. So I suppose we see a lot of movement down their right wing in this half as opposed to their left wing in the first half. I wonder if Middlesbrough will have caught on to that. So it's a throw then to Middlesbrough with Frank Spraggan. Hickton and Foggan. And now Horseman. Played on this time for Kennedy, got his shot in, bouncing awkwardly perhaps there towards Jim Platt. I think he caught his foot a little bit, Kennedy, there. And Horseman. Played on for Searle. Played on the left there for Holyfield. Oh, and he's outstripped Bryant very well indeed. Looking to get the cross in across the face of the goal. Oh, and just past that post by Perrin. Brilliant run down the left there by Holyfield, outstripping Bryan. He got in a low and dangerous cross, and Perrin could only just push it wide of that post. The closest we've been to a goal. Perrin now. Armstrong away. Foggan. Again, a good swift challenge, and a little touch on there by Kennedy now for Perrin. Curled in again. Now, is that the shot? Oh, and it's just a fraction wide there by Holyfield. And Wycombe are showing much more firepower in this second half. Again, a low cross. Again, it came to Holyfield. And just wide. Spraggan misdirecting that header. It'll come for Horseman. And now for Perrin. Oh, and it'll go on again. And finally it was Madron who's acting as a sweeper and doing so well for Middlesbrough, who got that one away. Perrin again. Okay. So the pressure again is on Middlesbrough. Again the necks are craning behind that Middlesbrough goal, hoping that they're going to see a Wycombe Wanderers goal. It's going to be Terry Reardon again who's going to take the free kick. And again Middlesbrough have paid Wycombe the respect of bringing everybody back. Hit firmly and low, and nodded just a fraction wide by Phillips. Thought for a moment that that was the moment, but a firmly hit cross there, and Phillips was no more than 6 inches wide. Well, they waited a long time for a goal. They've just got 5 minutes left now. Substitute Evans. Throw going to Wycombe Wanderers. The referee's looked at his watch. He's signalling to both linesmen. So if Wycombe are going to do anything, it's got to be done very, very quickly now. But at least it looks as though they've earned themselves a good payday with a return to Ayresome Park. It's a 0-0 draw, and in many ways that's a victory for Wycombe Wanderers, certainly for the character of the side, for the determination and for the skill they've shown. None more so than the man you saw there, Alan Phillips, the skipper. He's had a tremendous game at the back with Keith Mead, and coming forward, they've always caused anxiety to Middlesbrough. They've hustled Middlesbrough out of their stride from beginning to end, and the smiles show that the sort of spirit that the match has been played in. A real credit to Wycombe Wanderers Football Club in the third round for the first time in their 90-year history. Maybe not the victory they wanted, but certainly they avoided any solid disgrace and got themselves a draw and a replay at Ayresome Park as the players go back into those dressing rooms. And there's no doubt whatsoever about it that Middlesbrough are more than relieved to have got that goalless draw.
What did you think of your team's performance today?
Very good, very good. Fighting performance. I think we deserved what we got.
Did you ever feel you were going to win it?
Yes, I thought if the header had gone in, that would have been it.
Honestly, feel you have a realistic chance in the replay, or is your moment of glory gone, you think?
No, I don't think so. I think that we showed in patches what we could do, and I think we must have had them worried. Alan Phillips' header was just wide, and these sort of things could have turned the game completely. I felt that if we had have scored, that we would have won the game. But it's all square when we go back to Ayresome Park, and I think we've got a very good chance.
Jack, the fellas behind you, how much of a fright did they give you today?
Fright. I haven't stopped smiling since the end of the game.
But what about the 90 minutes before that?
Well, we'll not get put on the rack as much for as long a time as we were today. And I was delighted with the result. 0-0 draw suited us fine, you know, but I don't think we really deserved it.
Were you ever desperately afraid that it would go the other way? That
I asked Jimmy how long it was to go, and he said 25 minutes. I said, we'll never make it.
Serious?
Serious.
What is it about their play that surprised you?
Well, you expect them to put challenge in, and you expect them to do running, but they do it in such a good way, you know. I mean, held balls on and put good pros under pressure like that and get knock-ons, and people are prepared to back up and chase people. And they caused us a hell of a lot of problems today. They never allowed us to string any passes together, any game together. They closed us tight, made it very difficult for us. And all in all, it was one I'm glad to see behind us.
Did you think your fellas played as well as they could?
I was delighted the way our back played, because the amount of pressure that was put on them and the sort of balls that they were having to deal with all the time, they had to be strong and resolute, and they were. And all in all, that's where we got the result today, because we were back four.
And the slope?
Well, the slope's frightening, isn't it? I kept watching balls come towards me, and our lads were stopping, thinking they were going out. And the bloody things are staying 5 yards in play. And, they were, you know, it's just something that... it's a great advantage to them.
And a little slope at... You haven't got a slope at Ayresome Park?
It's dead flat. It's very big. And they're going to get a chase, and they're going to have to chase as hard as we did on Saturday today.
A final word, Jack, if you turn around and tell them what you really thought of them today.
I thought you were magnificent, really, I did. You know, you frightened me to death. It's one of those times when I wish the hell I hadn't been a manager.